Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to just come in and say hello to everyone. It's Sunday morning, and I haven't been too long getting up, and it looks like it is going to be another cloudy and rainy day here in Atlanta. I wanted to just come on for a minute to say good morning. I haven't been on here. I haven't done any live sessions. The girl has just been incredibly busy, and I'm still trying to get my bearings from last Saturday's wedding. And so yeah, I hurt my ankle, you guys, because I did a lot of running around and going up and down the stairs, and it was, my ankle was on fire. And then but I want to thank you guys for giving me all the comments and the congratulations and the data girls regarding that wedding. I had so much fun, actually literally fun, the whole entire process of helping that bride with her wedding. And we actually started, she asked me, well, actually her stepmom asked me back in February. And I was like, of course I will, so that was just really great. And it went by like almost flawlessly. And one thing that happened, right, I don't even know. And that's how I wanted to keep it. So I had such a great time with that wedding. And once again, it was like old days back in California. My sister was right by my side helping me and assisting me where other people were falling behind. I had to jump in and get my hands dirty or whatever, but it was no problem. I absolutely loved how that wedding came together, and all of her wishes and visions were exactly how she envisioned. And then you guys know we did a potluck at my office on Tuesday, and I had to. My thing was, because it was a potluck, we didn't have any money. We were, we gave money for her, so she got a good little chunk from us as a gift, because I did not know what to get her. Everything that was on her registries were all gone. I mean, literally everything that she wanted, people had bought. And so we just thought it would be best to just give her the cash. So she got a nice chunk of change. And we wanted to give her a shower. And we wanted to do it so that even the men could come. And, a man will come if there's food involved. We didn't play any games or anything. We just talked about, just stuff with everybody. But it was really cute. But because it was a potluck, I did not want it to look Mod Podge. You guys know how I feel about that. And I think I even did a video on how you can put together a potluck and it not look like a potluck. And that is exactly what I did. I had I saw a lot of you like the quick DIY that I did with the two boxes that were different sizes, because I left my cupcake stands on my counter. And so I had to really, really think quick, and I had two different styles of wrapping paper with me, and it was the perfect amount. I was able to wrap both boxes because I really didn't have a lot of wrapping paper on that roll, but I was able to wrap both boxes in the same color, black, but the patterns were different with the polka dots and the stripe. And it looked really, really cute. And we had the cupcakes on there, and I brought some other things so that kind of dress up that table. Because I just did not want it to look like a bunch of different kind of plates and serving vessels and things on the table, and it makes the entire thing look really junky. And it doesn't look cohesive, and I am not about that at all. So if I had to go into what I had to, kind of bring some life and some elegance and some, and some beauty and some style into it. I don't have no problem. There have been many occasions where I have taken things out of my house and used it at work, and there have been some times where things I had needed for home, I will borrow from work and use it, and then I take back. So I don't have a problem with that. And she was really, really happy because she was not expecting it, and she was like the hardest bride to try to surprise, because we did not want her to know it was a surprise, and she had meetings and meetings, and we had to change the time 2 times, and then she was like, well, I can't do it, but she didn't know what we were asking her to change it for. And so we were just like, we just got to tell her, because everyone has brought their dishes and we can't change this to another day, because the next day I had a lot of meetings and things, and I just wouldn't have had the time. So, and I meant just time to like set up and everything. I guess I could have let everything just stay like it was, but she surely would have gone into that conference room. So we all had a good time, and she was really, really happy, and surprised, and she was really very appreciative. And so, so this week was really busy that was the end of last week, and going into this week was very busy. Next week, I have a ton of events. This is the time where I am like so busy. I am literally busy from the beginning of August, like the middle of August. Yes, the middle of August until February. And then I typically get a little break in February, and then I have events in April. My last event for the year is typically in April, and then I am off. So I am like right in the midst of everything. And I have a lot of conferences that I'm going to this year. And so between that and this, and I think I'm going to a conference in January. I need to make up my mind and take care of my registration. It's going to be in New Orleans. It's at the end of January. I think January 30th. I think it's January 30th through February 2nd or 3rd or something like that. So I need to go ahead and take care of that. So if I do decide to go to New Orleans and interview in New Orleans, I would love to meet up with you guys. And I'll let you know if I go ahead and decide. But I am going to a conference in November, but that's going to be here in Atlanta. So let me see what else is going on here. I am in Poota's room. It is a complete mess right now because when she left some things everywhere because she was still trying to decide what she was going to take and what she's not going to take. And so what I have done, and she's been gone now since July 23rd, I think now. And so I have not really been in this room. I've come in here and just like put some things in here, but I have not like been in here to actually do anything. And Mr. B, he was like, well, you're not going to do anything. You're going to change it into another one of your storage spaces. And that is not what I want to do with this room. This room, I want to just use it as another guest room. And so we had began to paint the walls when Poota was here because she wanted the walls this blue color. It's like a real nice, pretty blue. And she wanted, she has this wall right here, and I'll show you the wall right here behind me. And I know you probably can't see because it's a very nice light blue. That wall, and it's like a niche area. And she has a desk right here and some of her books. But that wall, it's an accent wall, is blue, and this wall here in front of me is blue. So what I am going to do is, and then I have some areas up there that I need to touch up. I'm going to go and get me a ladder probably today so I could go ahead and finish touching that up. And I'm about to go ahead and transform this room. And the holidays are coming up. We always have people here for the holidays. We were talking about maybe Thanksgiving, going to LA for Thanksgiving. So that may be, but we will probably be here for Christmas. This is going to be the first Christmas. Well, no. Well, yeah. This is going to be the first Christmas. It'll just be Mr. B and I, officially, since Puda has moved out. And then, the last time when she had the study abroad scholarship, she was gone during the holidays. But now, she's not going to be coming back here. She'll come back here probably to visit or whatever. But yeah, Miss Thang is traveling. She just traveled to Tokyo. She went there and visited, met up with some friends for a couple of days. And she's about to go somewhere else this weekend. She's going. So she is really enjoying herself. She's learning a lot about herself. And that's what I think, our young people need now. I know a lot of them go off and get married and do things like that. And everyone is different. But she had always said that, she did not want to get tied down and have any obstacles in her way, because she knew she wanted to travel. She knew that she was interested in the Asian culture. She knew that she was going to probably eventually end up back in Japan. And especially when she was awarded to be in this program, all of her dreams and desires were like really coming to fruition. So she is like really, really doing her thing. She loves her area where she is now. Now she would like to be more in the mainland, because now she's on the island, but she's getting accustomed to it. And but what she does love, she loves her kids, and she loves the people that she works with. So the transition was not that difficult for her, although she is accustomed to being more, having more accessibility to things. And it's a little bit difficult because she has to take a ferry to the mainland, but she is not allowing that to hinder her, and she's doing her thing. So, yeah, she was not thinking about, she just like, Mom, that's just things that I want to do. And right now, being in a relationship, that is going to hinder me, because if he's not into that, or, she had a lot of friends who were in relationships and they're in the programs and they're having all these problems, from a distance. And she's like, that's a distraction. She didn't want to deal with any of that. So she just wants to travel, and she was like, this is my time to travel. I don't want to have to think about no kids, nobody else. I'm being selfish. It's all about me. And sometimes you have to do that. I did it. I did it when I left here and I went to California. It was all about me and what I wanted to do. And that is how I think you should be in your 20s. You have to be selfish. It's time for you to explore, try to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you're interested in. People who, you really, it's your time to become your own. You're figuring everything out. And sometimes it's hard to figure everything out when you're with somebody else. And so you kind of lose who you are. And so that's where she is right now in her life. So I just want to give y'all an update while I'm in her room. So all that being said, Puda kind of left her room a mess. So I have not really been in this room since she left. I came in here and, cried like a baby for the first day or whatever. And then I slowly, I've become better, just like I did before. And, we talk all the time. But now I am coming in here, and I actually started in here yesterday. And I started moving things around. And I think the reason it kind of took me that long to do that was because I had to come to the realization that she won't be coming back here to stay as like home. This will always be her home. She will always have a place here, or whatever. If she ever need to come home, she can always come home, because my dad, I still have a place in my dad's house. If I or Pooter or any of us, we ever need to go home, we always have a place to go. And that's how I feel about her. But this is my house. This is my home. And this is my space that she can occupy. So I need to kind of begin to transform it from Pooter's room into just a regular guest bedroom. And I think that it just took me a while to get that understanding in my head, because, you know, she's always been here except for the times that she was away in college and living on campus, or the time when she was in Japan for the study abroad program. And now this time she won't be coming back, and she's an adult. She just turned 25, so she's an adult. I wasn't living at home at 25, so how could I expect for her to come back here and live at 25? But I guess probably because, you know, she's the only child, and, you know, she was my buddy. She's my buddy. So, but I just want to show you guys the room. It is a really big room. It's really huge. And so Pooter does not like the sun. She don't like light. So she had this bed up against the window. And I'm going to show it to you. Let me show you. Come on. Okay, so now it doesn't want to